Now, in previous session we have started with the array, and today we'll wind up with the array concept in PHP. Am I audible to everybody now? Yes, Danish? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as far as the arrays are concerned, we have seen the arrays basically in PHP are of three types. We can go through numeric arrays, that is just like a C or C++ or a Java. We have gone through the numeric array. Another type of array, that is associative array, we have seen in previous exam. Again, we'll have some brush up over this concept of associate array, and then today we will be working on the multi-dimensional array, that is a two-dimensional array. So the concept of array is precisely very much important as far as the technologies are concerned. So array we need to understand because it comes under the category called as the data structure. So indirectly we are using some data structure for storing a record or data, and we can retrieve it, and we can do a manipulation in the runtime also. So data structure basically as far as array is concerned, we can do with the PHP with the numeric arrays, associative array, and multidimensional array. In what is most important, you have to keep in mind whenever you are declaring an array, you have to keep in mind there is a predefined function called as an array. So we need to create, whenever we need to create an array, we need to use the function called as an array, and we can pass directly a parameter, that is a values, into that, and we need to create the variable or corresponding with the dollar sign. So this is the only way, a simple way of creating an array. Second important way is that you can assign the values to the indexes also. So it is in a variable, and you want to assign the values in the index format, that is in the format of array. You can write the index number into a square bracket, and you assign the corresponding values. If it is in text, you can put it in double quote. If it is in number, you can assign directly just like this, a number like 1 2 3 4. Okay, so considering is a text, it will need to be written into a double quotes. Considering a number, it will be should be written directly like this, the 1. So here you can give it like this number also. Okay, 1 second. Hello, hello. Yes. बर बरोबर. मी लेक्चर झालं का मी फोन करतो, मी खाली टच माझं लेक्चर चालू आहे. चालेल, मी माझं लेक्चर झालं फोन करतो प्लीज. मी चालेल, एवढं झालं का? चालतं. So in two ways we can assign the values also, and also we can run, we can fetch those values using your for each statement also, or a simple for function also. So choice will be yours, either retrieve it using a function or like the loop called as a for each loop, or you can use your regular for loop also. So this can be done for a numeric array. As far as the numeric array is concerned, you can use it, you can use it by using a for loop also, and you can use your for each also. The two type of function can be used to retrieve it. Now as far as associative array is concerned, now here the index number is not a number, it is not a 0 1 2 3 4. Here we can consider it as a text format also. So a simple example, whenever we are creating an associative array, is very simple. A function like array, and we need to associate a key with the value. So keys needed to be written in the double quotes, and this is nothing but an associative array symbol that will be representing a key with the value. Okay, so if you want to have a multiple, you just put a delimiter called as a comma, the second key with the value, and into that there is an associative symbol. So multiple keys can be used, can be created, and multiple values can be assigned to those keys. That is the one thing where you can do with the associative array. And whenever you want to retrieve those values, there is nothing like you can use a for each loop also, but keep in mind there is no index number, not like 0 1 2 3 4. So we need to retrieve it with the help of a keys. So here we are using the variable called the salaries, and the key here is the name of the person. So Ajay is the name of the key that is assigned with some value, so we can retrieve it also, and we can display it on a screen also. Same way we can assign the text format also, just like here we have assigned number, we can assign a text also. So same thing that we can do in a numeric array, same we can do with associative array. But just a thing you have to keep in mind, that is in associative array we are considering the index number with the keys. not with a number like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the most important thing. Okay, so are you clear with this two types of array, so that I will move to the multi-dimensional array now? And I think we have already covered these assignments. We have executed it into your real what do you call it, in your server also, Apache. Okay, shall I move further for multi-dimensional array? I want a reply from your side.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is exactly a multi-dimensional array? I have already shown you that record which is stored in rows and columns is nothing but your multi-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array is basically the things which we are following. So multi-dimensional array is a main array that can also be an array. So each row is itself an array. So and each array is a sub array, so it is a combination. A small array is been interlinked with another a big array. So a big array, into that we have a small arrays, and that is been represented in a two-dimensional way. So that's why it is called as a two-dimensional arrays basically. So small example I want to show you. So we have started with HTML with a body, and we are creating a variable like mark. Now this is the only one variable that containing three different records. So what is that? This is the main array. Now see, here we have started from this one. So basically it is the proper what you call as an outer array, and into this we are storing the small arrays into that. So it is nothing but two-dimensional arrays. So whenever we are representing it, in Excel sheet, I want to show you how it is been created now. So small, just like based on this array, we'll be creating a two-dimensional representation, how it will be storing the values. Okay, so here we have created a mark. So the first value, that is nothing but the first array, that is Ajay. So Ajay will be the first array that contains rows and columns. So the upper part I will say add physics, then a chemistry, and then your last subject mathematics. So that's it. So physics and maths. So these are the three subjects, and as far as Ajay is concerned, it has 35 marks, 30 marks, and 39 marks. Same for second person, that is Vijay. So Vijay is with 30 marks, 32 marks, and 29 marks, and the third record, that is nothing but your Zara. So Zara is the name of the candidate, and into that it is 31 marks, 22 marks, and 39 marks. Now see, it is a multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array means it is a row that is containing a record of one individual, just like Ajay with 3 marks, and Vijay with the 3 records, and Zara with the 3 records of 3 different subjects. Now we can read in the format of a rows also, and we can read in the format of column also. So I want to have a calculation of my physics marks of all the 3 candidates. I can retrieve this in the format of column also. If I want to go for getting the details of Ajay, so I can read the record in the format of row also. So Ajay has got marks in physics, chemistry, and mathematics, so all 3, and I can do a total over here. So it is nothing but like this. So sum I am doing over here, and this is the sum of Ajay, this is a Vijay, and this is about Zara. And here it is nothing but a sum of the physics marks. So the maximum, the total marks is like this. So we can go for averaging also. So we can calculate the overall percentage of the students also. So 32 is the average marks been received for the students who are with the physics marks, and 28 is the basic what you call as an average of the student marks. So the multi-dimensional arrays can be helping us to do lot many things, and this can be achieved here with very simple. Now the whole thing we call it as a marks. Now see, this is an array, so I am representing as a marks an array that contains again 3 array. There is array of Ajay, array of Vijay, and array of Zara. Okay, so 3 records, and these are nothing but a keys. Now what is physics, what is maths, and what is chemistry? These are nothing but a keys. So a representation of keys with an array is been done with a two-dimensional array, and that the same thing we have done in this example. We have represented the variable called as a marks. The basic main array, just like here, it is the main total array that contains the whole record. So I will be highlighting this as a mark. One second. So this is the mark as an array that contains all the records, and this is the nothing but we will be doing some manipulation over there. So that for that purpose. So for this is not important for us. So I just remove this part. So see this. This is the representation of two-dimensional array. and Ajay will be fetching, we will be allotting a values to that concern, just like we have done in associative array. So associative array is another internal part of a two-dimensional array. So for moving towards the two-dimensional array, you have to be very much precise with the two-dimensional, that is called as associative array. If you are familiar with the associative array, then only you can work with the two-dimensional array. This is the most important thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay, is it clear to everybody? The two-dimensional array. Shall I move now? Whenever I want to retrieve, now this is nothing but I have applied this to Ajay, and Ajay is containing array with three keys: physics, chemistry, and mathematics, with some values over there with association with that values. And the record, this array is again been completed here. I have completed this array, and the second record will be delimited, will be continued with the comma sign. Second record, that is Vijay, will be containing 3 marks: physics, chemistry, mathematics, again a delimiter. A third candidate Zara with 3 different marks, that is physics, chemistry, mathematics, and this is the closing of this array called as a Zara array. Now the whole array, that is outer array, is being closed over here at the bottom. This means all will be covered into the variable called as a marks. Now if I want to retrieve the values of marks of Ajay in physics, what I have to do is that I have to use the two-dimensional. So first array is nothing but the array, and the second one is key. Here the first parameter is the array, the internal array, and the second parameter is the key. So Ajay's physics marks. So we will be getting the marks of Ajay in physics. Same way, I want to get mathematics marks of Vijay. So Vijay, the first parameter, and the mathematics, the name of the subject, the second parameter. So you can fetch all the values which are been putted into this multi-dimensional array. So this is the one simple example. So I will move for saving it into your server, and will going for executing this. So I am copying this code, and I am pasting over here in the notepad. So notepad will be open. File new, and I'm storing over here. So this is save. Where to save? It's very simple. On C drive there is a XAMPP folder, and into XAMPP folder there is a htdoc, and into that we have created a folder called as a my project, and here we'll be storing this. So I will call it as a dimension array dot PHP, because I am writing a code in PHP. So this will be stored into my project. Now I need to start a server. So I am starting a server. Okay, it has started. It has started on port number, wait, it will show in that port number 80. So I'll move to my browser, and into browser I will be putting localhost. Now it, as it was not started, now it is started. Okay, and here my project will be the basic folder where I have created all my files, and this is the file called as a dimension array. Okay, now see, the marks of Ajay which we have stored here is Ajay in physics, he got 35 marks, that we have retrieved. Vijay in mathematics is nothing but a 32 marks, we have retrieved. And Zara in chemistry is nothing but a 39 marks, so we have retrieved here into this, that is Zara with 39 marks. So this is a short example where we have retrieved it, and we have displayed it. You can retrieve the whole values also, and you can display it on the screen also. So you can do the mathematical operations also, that is addition of Ajay's physics marks with his mathematics marks and with his chemistry marks, and you can go for total and the percentage of Ajay into that semester also. So that type of operation I'm expecting from your side as far as the two-dimensional is concerned. Now, is it clear to everybody the two-dimensional arrays, how to assign, how to create a two-dimensional array, how to assign values to that two-dimensional arrays, and how to retrieve the values of that two-dimensional array? Is it clear to everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll
Yes,
move
sir.
further the string concept. Now string concept is basically there is nothing like string like data structure over here. So anything that is represented into double quote, that is considered as a string over here. Now small example will be representing. So what is string? String is nothing but a sequence of characteristics. A sequence of characteristics been added into double quote. That is nothing but a string. That's a simple definition. So you can declare a variable, you can write the content into double quote like this also. You can create a variable in this format also. Underscore is allowed for creating the variable also. If you want to make it an empty string, you can just put double quotes, nothing into that, that will be created as a 0 character. what you call as a string variable. Now just for the example, I will not go for demonstrating it, but a simple variable with double quote as a name, and another variable that will be fetching the values which you have stored over here. So you can concatenate directly the variable into another variable without डिलिमिटर कॉल्ड एज अ प्लस. आपको कॉन्केट करने के लिए प्लस सिंबल यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं. द वैल्यूज कैन बी रिट्राइव्ड. सो इन दिस एग्जांपल, इफ आई हैव रिटन एनी नेम कॉल्ड एज Akshay, okay, and if I want to fetch over here, so I have stored into the variable called as what you call as a dollar variable, so I can retrieve my Akshay will not print. So this is what the text contains. So there is no need in what we have done in a previous programming languages in the Java. Whenever we are concatenating any variable, what we have to do is that we have to use this plus sign, then we have to close this single quote, then again start this single quote. This type of features are not required over here in PHP. That this is very much what you call as simple. What you have to keep in mind is that we need to know the variables, correct variables, and that can be displayed. So if I go for printing this one, so this will be displayed with the value of the variable called as Akshay. So Akshay will be replaced over here, and that will be displayed over here. So this is the simple thing I want to show you as far as the string is concerned. No need for you to use the plus operator for concatenating the string with the variable. Okay, is it clear to everybody? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can use double quote also, or you can use a single quote also. No issue about that. Choice will be yours. This is what we call as a flexibility being provided by the PHP, that you can use double quote also and single quote also. No issue about that. Now I have already told you that whenever I want to display move to the next line, I can use a slash n into my double quote here like this. So slash n will be moving to the next line. Here I want to use the slash n, so for that purpose I will be putting twice forward slash, so backward slash. So 2 times backward slash will be moving to the next line. Then a tab. If you want to display dollar, you have to use like this. If you want to display double quote, you have to use like this. If you want to display single quote, that is single backward slash, so you can use like this. So this is a way that where string will be helping us to display lot many content. So we'll move further, because I want to move the most important concept of the get and post method. So this is the most important thing, and this is nothing but a milestone. This is nothing the first step of moving from static pages into dynamic pages. So whenever you want to work with the dynamic pages, first you have to keep in mind, you have to know what is exactly the get and post methods are. So this will be helping us to transfer a record from a HTML or a .php file into a server. So client side will be connected to the server side programming with the help of a get and post method, and this will be helping us to what you call as integrate with the database to transfer a record which the user has entered in the text box into the databases. Whenever you want to do the connection with the database and you want to transfer a record from a screen into a database, you have to keep in mind, you have to use either a get method or a post method. So these two methods are most important as far as data transferring from one page to another page is concerned, or from client side on a client what you call as the first tier into the second tier, that is a processing, that a business logic, and into the database. So get and post method are most important. Now what is this get and what is this post? These are the most important thing that you have to keep in mind. So there are only two ways the browser client can send information to the server. These are the only two ways you have to keep in mind. These are the only two ways that you can send the browser client information to the server side programming. Then what is that two methods? This is nothing but the get method and the post method. So before the browser send the information, it encodes whatever the operations which are done by the browser. You have to keep in mind. So what it do is that the browser will encode it using a schema called as a URL encoding. So this is a MCQ question. So what exactly the browser does with whenever it is moving toward the get and post method? Here it is doing encoding. This is nothing but the encoding scheme. We called it as in URL encoding. You keep in mind the word called as a URL encoding will be done. In this scheme, what exactly happen is that the name and the value. Now this is the name of the variable, the element, the component you are using, whether it is a text box or radio button or a check box, you are assigning some name, and whatever values it is being contained. So it is always a combination, it is always a pair of a name of that element and the value. So these are the pairs, these are joined with equal sign. So just like this is the name of my text box 1 with some values. So the joining of these two, that is with name and a value, is been done with the equal to sign. So equal to will be joining the variable name, that is the element name, and the value of that corresponding. So you have to keep in mind the equal to sign, and the different pairs are represented by ampersand. So ampersand will be differentiating two different variables, the two different elements with their values. So this is nothing but the text box 1 with the values. Ampersand will be bifurcating, changing the, stopping the cycle. This is second variable with second values, third variable with the third values. Keep in mind, equal to sign is for the combination, bifurcation of name of a element and a value, and ampersand sign is nothing but it is what you call as a delimiting the first element with the second element. So ampersand is nothing but delimiter of different element with their values. Now spaces are removed whenever you are, if you have entered some values with some spaces, the spaces will be removed and replaced with the plus characters. This you have to keep in mind, replaced with the plus character, and any other non-alphabetic characters are replaced with the hexadecimal values. So if it is non-alphabetic, you are using any symbol, so that will be encoded in the format of hexadecimal values. So this is a MCQ type questions may be asked, that how the spaces are removed and what is been replaced. It is been replaced, the space is replaced with the plus character, and if it is non-alphabetic, you are using some special character, it will be converted by the URL encoding scheme into hexadecimal values. So it is a very wonderful encoding schema being maintained by the PHP whenever it is transferring your record from a browser into a server. So encryption is done at a very systematic way. After the information is encoded, it is sent to the server. After the encoding, only the data values will be transferred to the server, otherwise it will not be sent to the server. Now what is exactly the role of get method and when to use that get method, that is most important. The get method will be highlighting in the most precise way. The get method will send the encoded user information appended by the page request, so it will be containing the name of the page that will be called. The page and the encoded information are separated by the question mark. Now see, whenever I am moving my control from first page into another page, the second page is nothing but my this index.html page, and this question mark will be converting, will be delimiting the URL of the page. This is nothing but the URL, and this is nothing but your variable and values. This is nothing but your variable and values. So name 1 is the variable with values and name 2 with the variable, and this is nothing but the ampersand sign. So are you clear with three different symbols? Three different symbols are used. ये आपको पता होना बहुत जरूरी है कि equal to sign, ampersand sign और ये question mark. Question mark हमेशा URL खत्म होने के बाद आ जाता है, और उसके बाद आपका चालू होता है variable name with values, variable name with values, and equal to sign is between the variable name and the value, and ampersand sign is in between the two different variables set. Okay, is it clear to everybody? The question mark, the equal to sign, and the ampersand sign. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the get method produce a long string. जब भी get method होता है तो ये थोड़ा बड़ा होता है, ये अभी इसके कुछ drawbacks आपको समझना बहुत जरूरी है. So get method produce a long string that appears in your server log, that is in your browsers. जो address bar होता है उसके ऊपर दिखाई देता है maximum how much character it can contain. जैसे अगर मैंने यहाँ पर मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ, in this example I want to show you that we are moving towards Google. Now see, one second. Now I am moving towards the Google now. Now see, in this Google, when I am putting like this, so this the URL has completed. This is a variable with equal to value ampersand. Now I want to search something like this. Now I will be putting something. So I will say php space I am giving it now. php array. Let it go for get and post. So php get, and so now here I will put some special symbol like this ampersand, and then space post method. So okay, so I have put it into the address bar like this. So here it is a text box, and this text box, when I click on this method, okay, so I put it php a space into that get and post method, and I'm putting an enter sign. Okay, so enter means I am moving my client to the server. Now see, in this you will see it is php space I have given. See, it is converted into plus. Now see, it is here, it is plus is converted, space is converted into plus symbol, then a get, and now see I am using ampersand symbol. Now it is converted into hexadecimal. This is the hexadecimal being created, plus now see there is again a space. So get के पास प्लस स्पेस है, इसकी वजह से उसने प्लस बोल दिया. ये एम्परसन है, उसको हेक्साडेसिमल में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. देन अगेन स्पेस इज देयर, दैट्स व्हाई इज प्लस. देन पोस्ट, यहाँ पर जो टेक्स्ट था वही आ गया. देन प्लस साइन, दिस मीन्स स्पेस इज गिवन मेथड, और ये हो गया आगे का उसका यूआरएल. नाउ दिस इज मूविंग टू द पेज कॉल्ड एज अ सर्च पेज. ये गूगल ने खुद को एक सर्च पेज की तरफ, सर्वर की तरफ इसको भेज दिया है फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ सर्चिंग द करस्पॉन्डिंग यूआरएल्स, कहाँ पर वो प्रेजेंट है. सो दिस इज द होल यूआरएल विथ क्वेश्चन मार्क, यानी एग्जैक्टली ये यूआरएल आपका ये पेज सर्वर का पेज है, और यहाँ से आपके वेरिएबल्स के नाम आना चालू हो जाते हैं. सो दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल वे ऑफ द सिंबल्स इन योर. ये हमेशा हर तरफ होता है, बट आपको ये पता होना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि क्वेश्चन मार्क मतलब का क्या होता है, प्लस क्या होता है, इक्वल टू साइन मतलब क्या, स्पेस का मतलब प्लस में कैसे कन्वर्ट हो रहा है. मैंने स्पेशल सिंबल्स यूज़ किए तो उसका कन्वर्ट कैसे किया उसने, तो यहाँ पर उसने एम्परसन को थोड़ा कन्वर्ट करके mod 24 कुछ नंबर से उसको डिनोट कर दिया, हेक्साडेसिमल में इसको कन्वर्ट कर दिया. नाउ दिस इज थिंग. नाउ ये अभी मैं जब बोल रहा हूँ कि ये कितनी बड़ी स्ट्रिंग आ गई, देखो नाउ दिस हैज़ बीन मूविंग इन अ ह्यूज स्ट्रिंग इज देयर. Now this is a get method. How can I can understand, because यहाँ पर सब वेरिएबल के नाम प्लस साइन सब कुछ किया. ये बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रिंग है, ये कितना बड़ा हो सकता है ये आपको पता होना बहुत जरूरी है, यानी कि ये कहाँ तक एंड हो सकता है. देखो सी, इट इज कैचिंग lot many content. Now how many characters are there? It's very simple. In this we have put it into your notes. That is, the get method is restricted to send up to 1024 characters. Now you can send for searching. यहाँ पर मैं कितना सेंड कर सकता हूँ, 1024 कैरेक्टर्स को ही मैं सर्च करने के लिए भेज सकता हूँ, उसके ज़्यादा मैं भेज नहीं सकता. सो गेट मेथड में जब भी हम कोई यूआरएल भेज रहे हैं सर्वर की तरफ, एट द मोस्ट 1024 कैरेक्टर्स कैन बी सेंड. यू कैनॉट गो बियॉन्ड 1024 कैरेक्टर. दिस इज द वन थिंग दैट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. इज इट क्लियर टू एवरीबडी? द सेकेंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग अबाउट गेट मेथड. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now third most important thing, that is again a drawback, that is never ever, मैं इसको रेड कलर में बताऊँ, never use get method to have password. क्योंकि अगर आपने पासवर्ड डाल दिया तो पासवर्ड सारे दुनिया को दिखाई देगा. हाँ, वो एनक्रिप्ट नहीं करेगा उसको, क्योंकि वो टेक्स्ट होता है, उसको वो एनक्रिप्ट नहीं करेगा. सो वेन एवर यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ लॉग इन विंडो, डोंट गो फॉर क्रिएट यूजिंग द गेट मेथड. इट शुड बी ऑलवेज ऑन पोस्ट, बिकॉज पोस्ट मेथड इज हाइडिंग एवरीथिंग. सो नेवर एवर यूज द गेट मेथड फॉर transferring your password, because it is always a sensitive. So never use get method for password. So this is one more important thing. This is a drawback of get method. Second, next one, get cannot be used to send binary datas. You cannot send binary datas, binary images, like a Word document to the server with the help of get method. So this is one more important thing, that you cannot work with the binary data with the get method. And data sent by the get method can be accessed using query string. So this is the function that will be helping us to work with the get method. The name of the function is query string. Okay, and PHP provide dollar. Now how to get this get function is just like this. So this is the only way of creating a get variable. So get will be associative array to access all the send information from the get method. One simple example we'll be doing here is that we will be creating one text box with the name like this, उसका नाम ही name रखेंगे हम, और second text box with the name called as an age, और ये दोनों text box है. And when I click on the submit button, it will be calling the same page. उसी खुद के ही पेज को वो कॉल करेंगे ना. How it will be doing is that that is very simple, that we have to write this into form with action. Action मतलब क्या, किसको कॉल करना है, और कौन सा मेथड वो कॉल करेगा. सो हियर आई एम यूजिंग द मेथड कॉल्ड एज अ गेट, यानी जो भी रिकॉर्ड जाने वाला है, जो भी डेटा हम टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में लिखने वाले हैं, ये हम खुद के ही पेज को भेजने वाले. एंड हाउ टू कॉल द योर सेल्फ पेज, यानी वही पेज. अगर मैंने इसको नाम दिया है test.php, तो यही पेज को के ऊपर उसको ही वो इनपुट देने वाला है. यानी क्या, ये यहाँ का रिकॉर्ड कंटेंट, HTML का कंटेंट PHP में भेजेगा, ये ऊपर वाले सेक्शन में भेज देगा. नाउ दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ सेल्फ कॉलिंग. Self call been created. Self call will be created by this file. And how to create a self call is very simple. There's a $sign underscore PHP underscore self. This will be calling the same page. This will be calling the same page. And the method will be the get method. हमने यहाँ पर get method से ये दोनों text box के value भेजे हैं, और यहाँ पर using this get function. Now using this get, what you call as a PHP provide get associative array. Now this is nothing but, I want to specify, this is nothing but it is an associative array. So the array will be created, and we are catching this key. And what is that key? Key is nothing but the name of the text box. So this key, if it is having, now it is if statement, I am checking it, if it is having the name and the age value, then I will be displaying it on a screen. Otherwise I will not display it on a screen. This is a simple program that अगर उसके अंदर कुछ होगा दोनों के अंदर, और उसमें कहाँ पर तो भी कुछ तो भी डाला होगा, तो वो वैल्यूज आपको स्क्रीन के ऊपर दिखाई देंगे. So simple code, I am just copying the code and will be moving towards the file new, and just paste it, and I am saving it with the same folder. I will say that test get method. So test get.php. Okay, so this is the name of the file. सो टू टेक्स्ट बॉक्सेस मैं इसको नाम देता हूँ. सपोज आई एम सेइंग एज माई नेम, तो मैं थोड़ा इसको थोड़ा चेंज कर देता हूँ. सो इट्स माई नेम, एंड आई एम रिट्राइविंग ओवर ईयर ऑल्सो, एंड आई एम रिट्राइविंग ओवर ईयर ऑल्सो. सो ओके, सो अगर उसमें अंदर कुछ लिखा होगा, यानी टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में कुछ लिखा होगा, तो दैट विल बी डिस्प्लेड ओवर ईयर विद द हेल्प ऑफ इको. सो वेलकम, जो नाम आपने दिया है, एंड योर एज इज like this. Okay, so your age will be like this, and it will be exiting immediately after displaying this on a screen. So the server connection will be stopped. Okay, so I have saved it with a name called as a test get, and I'm opening over here my server. Was simple, refreshing the page. So the test get, and see the text box is available over here. Now see, it is undefined index. Okay, let it, line number 2. So welcome, थोड़ा मैं स्पेस निकाल रहा हूँ. Let us see. So I am putting here suppose Ajay, and the age is suppose 25, and I am saying submit. So welcome Ajay, and you are 25-year-old. Okay, so the thing is that we are calling, we are transferring. Now see, this is on my test get.php, and when I click on submit button, it is moving to the same page with the question mark. Now the name of my text box is my name, that contains Ajay, and ampersand, that is again moving to the second variable, that is nothing but my text box 2 with values called as a 25. So self calling and self retrieving the values from a text box is done over here. So is it clear to you this, how we have transferred the same content to the same page using this $self php underscore self, and the name of the function, that is get, means we will be getting everything visible on our screen with the name of the variable and the values been assigned to that variable. And what is variable? It is nothing but the text box or the elements of HTML. Is it clear to everybody, the get method now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is exactly the post method? Now this is the second method, post method. Now post method will transfer information via HTTP header with the help of HTTP header. ये कैसे transfer कर रहा था? This was method was you sending information appending with the page request. यहाँ पर हम पेज रिक्वेस्ट यूज करते हैं, यहाँ पर हम यूज करते हैं HTTP header. Okay, so this is the basic difference, that in post method we are sending a record with the help of encoding the user information appended to the page request. It is the page request where the all information is encoded and appended with one another. Here in post method we are sending transferring the information via HTTP headers. Okay, now the information is encoded as described in the case of get method and put it into a header code as a query string. यानी जितना भी रिकॉर्ड जो हमने उस फॉर्मेट में बताया था गेट में, जैसे क्वेश्चन मार्क आ जाएगा, देन या इक्वल टू साइन, ये सब काम होने वाला है, बट इट विल बी सेंड, इट विल बी पुट इनटू द हेडर जो हमें कभी दिखाई नहीं देता. This is internal processing, and the name of the function that will be doing it that is nothing but the query string. So it will be converting into a query and in the format of a string, and that will be transferred to the header of HTTP. Now the post method does not have any restriction of data size. Well, it is not like गेट मेथड में आपकी साइज थी 1024 ही कैरेक्टर आपने भेजने चाहिए. अगर आपका डेटा बड़ा होगा, कॉम्प्लेक्स होगा और अगर आपको भेजना पड़ेगा, तो इन दो सिचुएशन यू बेटर प्रेफर टू गो फॉर द पोस्ट मेथड, बिकॉज यहाँ पर देर इज नो रेस्ट्रिक्शन फॉर डेटा साइज टू बी सेंट. दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग अबाउट द पोस्ट मेथड. The post method can be used to send ASCII values also and the binary value also. ये आपके get method में possible नहीं था. Binaries के ऊपर आप वर्कआउट नहीं कर सकते थे. In post method you can work on binary data and ASCII values also. Now the data sent by the post method goes through the HTTP header, so security depends upon the HTTP protocol. तो HTTP protocol is the most secure protocol. उसने उसका वर्जन भी चेंज किया. Nowadays it is HTTPS secured. So अगर आपने पूरा जिम्मेदार ही अगर HTTP प्रोटोकॉल को दिया है, तो इट मीन्स योर डेटा इज इन अ सिक्योर्ड मोड. आपको आपके डेटा के लीक होने की, मिसयूज होने की चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं, बिकॉज दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग अबाउट द पोस्ट मेथड. सो इट विल बी हैविंग अ सिक्योरिटी features internally, because this feature will be applicable to the HTTP, same will be replicated on your data. So by using a secure HTTP you can make sure that your information is secured. So आप यहाँ पर HTTPS भी use कर सकते हैं for more securities. And you, whenever you are working with it, the what is that associative array is nothing but your $_post. ये सबसे important है, $_post. In the previous example it is $_get associative array. Same here there is $_post associative array will be helping us to access all the send information from the post method. So on same parameter what we'll do is that we will be creating the same name and age, but हम name में देखेंगे कि उसकी type matching, ये readymade functions है जिससे हम match कर सकते हैं कि हम उसकी हम वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको वैलिडेट करके देखेंगे कि उसके अंदर टेक्स्ट जो होना चाहिए इट शुड बी इन अपर केस A to Z और इट शुड बी इन लोअर केस फ्रॉम A to Z, तभी हम ये पार्ट को एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे, अदरवाइज इट विल शो एन एरर. ओके, सो विल गो फॉर मूविंग दिस, राइटिंग दिस प्रोग्राम. एंड ध्यान में रखना है इट इज अगेन ऑन द सेम पेज, बट द डिफरेंस इज दैट वी हैव यूज्ड द पोस्ट मेथड ओवर हियर. सिर्फ पोस्ट मेथड बोलने के बाद हियर द पोस्ट एसोसिएटिव एरे विल बी रिट्राइविंग. अगर आपने यहाँ पर गेट लिखा होगा तो आपको गेट एसोसिएटिव एरे ही यूज करना पड़ेगा, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना बहुत जरूरी है. सो सेम कोड आई एम कॉपिंग इट एंड आई एम मूविंग टूवर्ड्स माय दिस file new and I'm posting it and I'm saving it as test post.php. So it is stored, save into C drive, XAMPP folder, htdoc and my project. So I have saved it. Same thing what I am doing here is that I will be so I will change it as my name. So मैंने इसको नाम किया. So same it will be calling the same page with the help of post method. यहाँ पर आने के बाद वो टेक्स्ट बॉक्स को देखेगा कि इसके अंदर क्या है और एज वेरिएबल यानी दूसरे टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में क्या डाला है. अगर इसके अंदर कुछ होगा तब जाके ये अंदर एंटर करेगा. एंड इफ इट्स preg match, now this is the ready-made functions used for the people for the validation purpose. So हम उसको restrict करना चाहते हैं कि भैया आपने सिर्फ A to Z upper case और A to Z lower case में ही दिखाना है. So that is feasible. Now this is the syntax. We'll go into detail about this how the syntax are being created. ये आगे के सेशन में, फिलहाल तो हमें सिर्फ ट्रायल के लिए देखना है. And the post, so it's my name. So this is the whole syntax that will be checking the name. and if it is it will be die, means it will be closing the window if it is found that there is some alphabets and characters are not matching, that is you are using some special characters and underscore and all those things that will be not matched, and we are displaying this content on a screen like this, and the end will be stopping the program. So this is a very simple program. Now I'm moving towards the example over here. So refreshing the page, and we are getting the test post method, and see this again. I'm putting here Vijay and the age as 30, and just I'm putting the submit button. So welcome and 30 age. So we have not displayed the name. So if I write some special character over here like this, so it will not show, it will show invalid name and use only alphabet. So it's very fast as far as the execution of PHP is concerned, and very fast for the purpose of validation also. Okay, so are you clear with this get and post method? ये दो मेथड हमने पढ़े, आपको समझ में आए, get and post now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the third method, the type which is basically used, that is a required variable. Okay, so get variable हमने देखा है $_get. We have seen $_post also, and the third variable that is called as a $_require request, $_request. Now what is this function? What is this variable exactly? Now the PHP $_request variable contains the constants of both constants of get method, post method and cookies. ये तीन, ये cookies भी एक variable है, ये हम आगे जाके पढ़ने वाले हैं. But it is nothing but it contains the constants of get, post and cookies. Now we'll discuss the cookie variable in upcoming session, that is most important for us. But now what is important for us is a request variable. Now the request variable can be used to get the result from the data sent with both the get and post method. So okay, so if you are using the post method and here you want to make it dynamic, कि मुझे पता नहीं, कल जाके आप यहाँ पर get method भी बोल सकते हैं, कल जाके post method भी बोल सकते हैं. If you want to refer it as a dynamic, यानी आपको पता नहीं कि बंदे ने get लिया है कि post लिया है, in those situation you can use the request. So यहाँ पर मैंने post बोला है, तो हमारे पिछले वाले एग्जाम्पल के हिसाब से अगर मैंने यहाँ पर पोस्ट बोला है तो इसका मतलब मुझे यहाँ पर ये वेरिएबल यूज करना चाहिए था. दिस इज नथिंग बट द पोस्ट एसोसिएटिव एरे वेरिएबल. नाउ इट इज द यूनिक, दैट इज अगर आपको उसको और भी सिस्टमैटिक करना है, फ्लेक्सिबल करना है, यू कैन यूज दिस टाइप ऑल्सो. सो चॉइस विल बी योर्स, आइदर यूज $_post और द जेनेरिक वन दैट इज $_request. तो रिक्वेस्ट से गेट भी कंसिडर हो सकता है, पोस्ट भी कंसिडर हो सकता है. आपको ध्यान में लेने की जरूरत नहीं कि ये बंदे ने यहाँ पर मेथड में गेट डाला है कि पोस्ट डाला है. ओके, सो सेम एग्जांपल विल बी मूविंग फॉर रिक्वेस्ट. सो इट इज नॉट सेम एग्जांपल, बट आप यहाँ पर यू कैन रिप्लेस अ गेट $_get और $_post विद द रिक्वेस्ट रिक्वायर्ड, तो वो सेम काम करेगा जो आपका गेट एंड पोस्ट करता था. सो दिस इज वन एग्जाम्पल आई वांट टू शो, दैट इज रन टाइम में बहुत सारी गलती हमसे होती है कि हमें पता नहीं होता कि गेट मेथड यूज किया, कि पोस्ट मेथड यूज किया है, या फिर से रीच प्रोग्राम को चेक करना पड़ता है. सो बेटर ऑप्शन इज दैट यू कैन यूज दिस रिक्वेस्ट मेथड. सो आई एम सेविंग दिस विथ टेस्ट रिक्वेस्ट, सेम प्रोग्राम with request variable. Okay, I am calling the same file with my name and the age as a 2 text boxes. यहाँ पर मैं नाम देता हूँ it's my name. Okay, so वही नाम मैं हर तरफ डालता हूँ, so it is my name and here also my name. Okay, so post हो या get कोई फर्क नहीं, both will be considered over here. We'll go for running this and we'll go for changing this also. Okay, so I'm moving towards my program. एंड सी वेन एवर आई एम कॉलिंग दिस, नाउ सी ये पोस्ट वाला पहले वाला एग्जांपल मैंने बोला, जैसे मैंने यहाँ पर डाल दिया कुछ नाम. ओके, सपोज मैंने विजय डाल दिया, विजय विजया, ऐसे मैं कर देता हूँ एंड पुटिंग दिस. एंड व्हेन आई पुट ऑन द बटन, देखो वेन एवर इट इज मूविंग टू द सेम पेज, यहाँ पर मेरे को दिखाई दे रहा है सब रिकॉर्ड, बट यहाँ पर आगे कुछ कॉन्कैट करके कुछ नहीं आया, बिकॉज इट हैज कन्वर्टेड इनटू HTTP हेडर. ओके, नाउ ये होता है अच्छे आई पोस्ट मेथड की. नाउ वी विल गो फॉर दिस एग्जांपल कॉल्ड एज अ रिक्वायर्ड. नाउ सी इट रिक्वायर्ड, आई हैव यूज्ड द पोस्ट मेथड. यहाँ पर मैंने पोस्ट मेथड यूज किया. सो व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन दिस वन एंड व्हेन आई पुट हियर सपोज रोहित and the age as 22, and the post method, now see test required, and I put this submit button, so it is saying welcome Rohit, you are 22 year old. और यहाँ पर कुछ भी नहीं दिखाई दे रहा, कुछ भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, बिकॉज उसने वो दिखाया भी नहीं कि उसने कहाँ से रिकॉर्ड लाया है. बट व्हेन आई गो एंड चेंज ओवर ईयर एंड व्हेन आई पुट ओवर ईयर एज अ गेट, same program, here I am putting a get, I am saving this file. Now I am moving towards this execution, again refreshing the page, okay, refreshing the page, and I am moving towards that my test request.php, refreshing it, and here अभी मैं यहाँ पर लिखता हूँ विवेक, and the age is as suppose 27. Now here it is nothing but a get method, so I am putting it. Now see, विवेक इज डिस्प्लेड, 27 इज डिस्प्लेड, और हमें नाम भी आ रहे हैं पता, ये हमारा टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है जिसको यहाँ अंदर हमने विवेक डाला था, ये एज है, उसका एज हमने उन्हें 27 डाला था. सो आपको डॉलर रिक्वेस्ट की जगह पर डॉलर गेट, यहाँ पर पोस्ट होगा तो डॉलर पोस्ट लिखने की जरूरत नहीं, आप यहाँ पर सिर्फ फंक्शन का नाम चेंज करो, पोस्ट कर दो, इट विल बी ट्रीटेड एज अ पोस्ट. इफ यू आर सेइंग गेट, इट विल बी ट्रीटेड एज गेट मेथड. सो गेट होगा तो सब दिखाई देगा स्क्रीन के ऊपर, आपने टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में क्या डाला था. पोस्ट होगा तो आपके यूआरएल के अंदर आपको कुछ भी दिखाई नहीं देगा, एवरीथिंग विल बी एनक्रिप्टेड एंड विल बी स्टोर्ड इनटू HTTP हेडर. Is it clear to everybody the three different variables what we have learned now? A get variable, post variable, and request variable. Yes? Yes? Are you clear?
Yes sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. तो रिक्वेस्ट अगर आपने यूज किया तो आपका प्रोग्राम लिखना भी सिंपल हो जाता है. अंदर जाके आपने कुछ भी लिखो, गेट करो, पोस्ट करो, कोई फर्क नहीं करेगा. रिक्वेस्ट विल हैंडल दो सिचुएशन वेरी सिस्टमैटिक वे. ओके, तो शैल वी मूव फर्दर नाउ, कि आज के लिए बहुत होगा ये. यस दानिश?
Yes sir, enough है इतना आज के लिए.
आज के लिए बहुत हो गया. ओके, सो विल टेक एन अटेंडेंस. बाकी वैष्णवी काय वाटतंय, इज इट ओके? वैष्णवी?
Yes, sir.
ओके. रेस्ट बाकी के मेगा काय समजलं का? फार सिंपल पद्धतीने घेतलंय मी, एकदम स्लोली घेतलंय. आपकी कंसेप्ट क्लियर होना मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर ये कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो
Yes.
गए तो फिर कोई दिक्कत नहीं. हाँ, अभिजीत, मानसी, प्राजक्ता?
यस सर, क्लियर है.
ओके. श्रेया समझलं?
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. सो कोमल, दीपाली?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no problem. We'll meet tomorrow, and in tomorrow's session we will be entering into, मैं थोड़ा सा कल का नोट्स के बारे में बोलता हूँ. Tomorrow we will be entering into file, how to work with the file with the help of the function called as include function से हम किस तरीके से फाइल को इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं हमारे प्रोग्राम के अंदर, एंड हाउ टू रीड एंड राइट इनटू फाइल. तो फाइल ओपन करना और PHP के थ्रू उस जैसे जिस तरीके से हमने नोड में किया था, फाइल के अंदर रीड, राइट, अपेंडिंग ऑपरेशन, दैट ऑल ऑपरेशंस वी विल बी डूइंग ओवर हियर इन टुमारो सेशन. एंड देन आफ्टर दैट वी विल बी एंटरिंग इनटू द फंक्शंस. कल ही हम फंक्शंस कैसे लिखा जाता है वो उसके ऊपर बात करेंगे. हाउ टू पास अ पैरामीटर इनटू द फंक्शंस, दैट वी विल बी टॉकिंग इन टुमारो सेशन. एंड हाउ टू गेट अ रिटर्न वैल्यू फ्रॉम द फंक्शन, दैट विल बी टॉकिंग इन टुमारो सेशन. Then we will be going into the cookies, जो मैंने वेरिएबल बोला था, कुकीज़ वेरिएबल. तो कुकीज़ वेरिएबल का क्या फ़ायदे हैं वो हम कल के सेशन में देखेंगे. एंड देन आफ्टर दैट वी विल बी एंटरिंग इनटू डेटाबेस. ओके, सो डेटाबेस में जाने से पहले कुकीज़ एंड सेशन कंसेप्ट समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तब जाके हम डेटाबेस में इंसर्ट, अपडेट और डिलीट के ऑपरेशंस कर सकते हैं. तो ये मेरे ख्याल से वी विल बी वाइंडिंग अप एट द मोस्ट इन 2 weeks विथ PHP. ओके, बट छोटी छोटी चीज़ें ध्यान में रखना, समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. यू डू गो फॉर प्रैक्टिसिंग दिस इन योर रेगुलर लाइफ, regular assignments. Okay, I have already sent the assignment of this up till 2-dimensional array. आप उसके कंप्लीट करो और आपकी जर्नल भी रेडी रखो. सो यहाँ तक मैंने ऑलरेडी भेजा है एज फार एज द PHP इज कंसर्न, हाउ टू क्रिएट इंडेक्स्ड एरे एसोसिएटिव एरे. नाउ यू कैन क्रिएट अ 2-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array, You can work on get and post method, ये मैंने already लिया है. The include and require, that will be covered in tomorrow's session. We will be talking on the files handling, how to display the content of the file into HTML. Then we will be talking of the cookies and session, how to create a cookie and how to create a session. And then after that we will be entering into database programs. Okay, so actually this is the what the concept is I'm expecting from PHP. And then after that we'll be moving towards the AngularJS. If you have any doubts, you can speak with me whenever the lecture is going on. Till then, we'll meet tomorrow with the remaining part of PHP. Okay, so have a good day.